Hello, welcome to my yet another session on Shakespeare. We have completed 4 classes now on introduction, and we need one or two classes more in this regard before entering the big tragedy, the greatest tragedy ever written by Shakespeare, Othello. Are you ready to listen and enjoy? I hope you might have read the summary or the story of Othello in your early childhood, right? Last day I was discussing and keeping the last stage, differentiating the different types of plays Shakespeare has written. First one you remember, comedy. Second one we call romances, then history plays, then Roman plays, then tragedies. 5 segregations or 5 demarcations or 5 separated entity of writing you may witness in Shakespearean studies. Are you okay? Or otherwise we can say 5 classifications, divisions are put on. 5 divisions means the first section as meant for the Elizabethan society was more transported to the field of comedy because their life was so tough. So people preferred always comedy. And Shakespeare has produced a very good number of comedies in his collection. So we classify first books. First, some books are under comedies. Some books are related to Roman plays, related to Roman history, political history. Then some areas called what you call romantic plays, like love between X and Y, like Romeo and Juliet, plus so many romances. Cymbeline is a romantic play. Then history plays related to history figures, kings and queens, Antony and Cleopatra, Richard II, Henry IV, and so many books related to historical figures. So we can classify them or divisions. First section you will get comedy, alright, comedy dramas. Second one, particularly in contrast with the comedy, you will get tragedy. Then you will get romances, alright, romances. Then you will get history plays. Look here, history plays. Then you will get romantic, alright, romances, history plays, comedy, tragedy, romances, history, then Roman figures, Roman historical play, alright, Romans, history play, Romans, it related to Romans, alright, Roman plays, we call Roman plays. So 5 Romans historical figures. So comedy first, tragedy, then romances means tragic comedy, like related with love stories. Then historical figures as such taken from England and other countries. But Roman plays related to Roman historical figures. That might be the basis on which Shakespearean 37 plays have been segregated or what you call classified. So fortunately we study one of the biggest tragedy, Othello. All other things that either you have to study yourself or you will study once you go for PG classes. So our duty is to concentrate tragedy, but immediately tragedy is contrasted with comedy. We have to discuss some elements of comedy, then we go to tragedy. That is our plan. all of a sudden we jump into the field of tragedy may suffocate you, because comedies are there, and you as a student should understand what are the characteristics of these all the plays, in particular comedy and tragedy, because they are almost both sides of the same coin. Both sides of the same coin. Comedy, once you understand, or otherwise some characters will have to be compared with or contrasted with the characters of comedy, vice versa. So better I would recommend you, at least you read one or two, understand one or two comedies of Shakespeare, then you come to Othello, then things will be at our hand in an easy way to control. Am I right? So you have to follow me. Once we reach our textbook, all right, we will take the drama in detail, so that it is a part of enjoyment. Don't think that we study something in a casual manner. This is an area to be enjoyed. If you ask me, I would say, literature is not to be understood. Literature is not to be read. Literature is to be enjoyed. How you can enjoy? This is what we are going to see. Enjoyment means to try to become the characters ourselves in the drama. Then automatically we will be similar to the characters of Desdemona, Othello, Greciano, Brabantio. All the characters will be in our hand, and we will slowly try to be with them. Then these characters will be in our brain, in our mind, so that writing the exam will be so easy. So I would recommend you to be inside the drama. So before reaching the enjoyment of drama, what will you have to? You have to study what all the main important characteristics of comedy. After understanding main characteristics of comedy, then switch over to tragedy. Tragedy will be easy. We will try to find which are the main simple characteristics of comedy, or in what ground Shakespeare maintained certain characteristics in the field of comedy. We check. Alright, so comedy characteristics we take. Alright, first one, characteristics of comedy. Alright, characteristics of comedy. First point, which all the points we have to discuss, you copy down. So I talk about comedy now. It is not a comedy that we are going to study. We are going to study tragedy, but in contrast with tragedy, we maintain certain points on comedy. All other characteristics that you have to find. I had told some beautiful books available in the market. One book is called Background to Literature, written by B. Prasad. Available everywhere. A very literary student of graduation level should read that book from the beginning to the end. Whatever wanted for the exam and for your general awareness given in that book. What is called, you can copy down, background of the literature, background to the literature. That is one book. It is written by a North Indian writer, but available in it is published by Macmillan, or available in all the leading bookstores that you buy, which will be considered as a fundamental stage for your higher studies that you keep in your custody. Then in all these lessons, characteristics of Shakespearean drama, everything discussed that you can read. First thing. Second thing, any one of the critical study written on Shakespeare that you keep in your custody. I referred so many books in the previous classes. Today I have brought this book for you. Now look here, Shakespeare, his work and his art, written by our Indian writer, or Srinivasa Iyengar. All right, that is very beautiful book. Sri K.R. Srinivasan Iyengar. This book, once you reach in the field of Shakespeare tragedy, Othello is criticized from different angles. King Lear is criticized, Hamlet is criticized, lot of books, or what is I told, all tragedies from different angles of criticism. Many critics quotes Iyengar putting inside his essay. Then you go to Othello, the section, you read the Othello, then you will get a clear picture after listening and attending my class. So I would tell you, buy this book or refer this book from our library. Then don't read so many pages of Iyengar, Srinivas Iyengar. You just go to the field of tragedy. Then you go to the field of Othello. In particular, Desdemona will be in your hand. Grancio will be in your hand. Then Venice Moore will be in your hand. All Piago will be, the cunning man ever lived in the world will be in your hand. So that automatically, or what I would say spontaneously, you can enjoy and come out of with good colors in the exam. So don't depend only cheap guide available in the market. Don't depend only the notes available in the internet, what is published by distance education. That once you are interested, once you study, then that should be pakka in studies, means supported by so many criticism. In that way only, you can be a very good teacher or a professor in future. Means what? Means what? Some people definitely, or 80 to 90% people after studies of literature will become country's leaders. Country's leaders. Leaders means what? Leading the public. Either you will be a teacher or a professor, or you will be an IAS officer. Then what will be your mission? Your mission is leading the people. What is a teacher's duty? Teacher's duty to lead the students to a higher society. Am I right? So in 90% cases, after studying literature, language and literature, students will prefer a leader's role, right? That is why Rabindranath Tagore has presented a concept on his beautiful autobiography. All right, he says what is called, it is very easy to guide but very difficult to lead. He says, Rabindranath Tagore. And Mahatma Gandhi also, in one of his speeches, he reiterates this concept taken from Tagore, Rabindranath Tagore. I hope any one of you have visited Tagore's place, Birbhum district, Shanti Niketan. I had very good opportunity to visit Shanti Niketan, where our Nobel Prize winner, all right, the great national poet lived, Birbhum district nearby Calcutta. I visited, stayed there almost 1 month. So it was a nice experience. So after reading his biography, I got this concept. What is to say in Malayalam? പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ കുറേ ആളുകളെ അങ്ങ് തെളിക്കുക എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അത് നയിക്കുന്നു എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് വ്യത്യസ്തമാണ്. ടാഗോർ സെയ്സ് തെളിക്കുക മീൻസ് വാട്ട്? തെളിക്കാൻ എല്ലാവർക്കും പറ്റും. അത് വിശകലനം ചെയ്ത് താഴോട്ട് പോവുകയാണെങ്കിൽ വാട്ട് ഈസ് ഗൈഡിങ് മേ ബി ഡൺ ബൈ എനിബഡി ടു എനിബഡി. ലുക്ക്, ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് എ ഫിലോസഫിക്കൽ തോട്ട്. ഗൈഡിങ് സംബഡി, നമ്മൾ പറയും, എന്താ പറയുക, അത് ലീഡിങ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നയിക്കുക എന്ന് പറയുന്ന തമ്മിൽ വ്യത്യാസമുണ്ട്. നയിക്കുക എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ, ലീഡിങ് ചെയ്യുക എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഈസ് ടോട്ടലി ഡിഫറെൻറ്റ് ഫ്രം ഗൈഡിങ് മീൻസ് തെളിക്കുക. Once you go in deep into the sense of തെളിക്കുക, Tagore says in his concept, as his philosophical concept, തെളിക്കുക. ഇപ്പോൾ ആളുകൾ പശുക്കളെയും ആടുകളെയും മറ്റുള്ള മൃഗങ്ങളെയും തെളിച്ചു കൊണ്ടുപോകും. ഒരു ചാട്ടവാറോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വടി കൊണ്ട് ഡോ 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 എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് തെളിച്ചു കൊണ്ടുപോകും. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് നോട്ട് ലീഡിങ്. ലീഡിങ് മീൻസ് ഡിഫറെൻറ്റ്. Leading means not only guiding but also make you to reach in a high position. To reach you, that man who is a leader, leading the public or leading the students or leading the folk, will be one among them. Look, Rabindranath Tagore leads his autobiography like. So guiding and leading is different. Guiding may be guiding to somebody just like an indecent way, guiding the cattle, guiding the cows and buffaloes or sheep in a paddy field or mass or a meadow. But leading means you should be one among them. You should be one among them, not to cheat them. Such people only will be leaders. Tagore says such people only leaders. So leading and guiding is different. What I want to talk to you now, you should be the leaders of the society later. You should be the leaders of the students, because 80 to 90% of you will become teachers in the society. So your duty is not to guide them, maybe guiding, but guiding supported by leading. You should be one among them. Then only they can reach. You should be the role model to the students once you become a teacher. So Tagore's philosophy, blindly taken by Mahatma Gandhi in his experiment with the truth, that I would tell your sincere students should read this book, Experiment with the Truth, by Mahatma Gandhi. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, that you should read. So he has taken Tagore's vision and tell and advocating the public, advocating the leaders of our country and nation. You should never be not only a guide but also a leader. Leader, one who walks, accompany the public, accompany the people. One who enjoys, one who fulfills satisfaction only with the satisfaction of the public. Like that, teachers of the society should be like a guiding spirit, maybe, but they should be leaders. They should lead the students to the correct world. There they find difference between good and bad. That is what he says. So in this way, character of comedy, what all the things you can generally find in comedies. That is our area of talk today. Now we go to the area Shakespearean comedy. They are generally classified again into 3 types. One is simple comedy, then dark comedy, then tragic comedy like. So what are the important points you have to find? Some comedies he has written which are very, 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 very serious comedies. All right. Then there once you compare. So characteristics of comedy, some serious comedies are there. All right. Some serious comedies. All right. What all the comedies that you just find where you will get a different characters. Once you compare these characters, you will find just like as you like it. All right, it's a beautiful comedy. Then all these, once you take as many comedies from Shakespeare and put into a postmortem, you will get a different characteristics. These characteristics what I try to talk to you. All right, some areas classified in different way. Once you reach, you will get another point. Then all comedies are dominated by the role of women. Important. All right, women character is important. All right, once you go to tragedy, about which we will talk in next class, their heroes will be important. Here in comedies, women characters will be the role part played by women is important. You go to romantic comedy like what is called 12th Night. There Olivia is important. Then so many important characters are there. All these, once you compare to comedies, all comedies are role dominated by women characters. Then second one, third one, there will be a love episode. Everywhere you will find a love episode in all the comedies, and lot of mirth and happiness. Everywhere people are there laughing, and laughing means what? It is a matter of enjoyment. We can call mirth and happiness. Mirth or happiness, important. All right. Mirth and happiness, in all comedies we find total happiness. Mirth and laughter, happiness. And another one is stress on the character. Important characters will be stress on characters. Plot is not that much important, but once you go to compare to comedies, you will get what? Different characters, stress on characters, and realism and fantasy. There is a mixture of realism and fantasy. All right, that you have to keep in mind. In some comedies, we will be transported to the world of fantasy, where you cannot, just like Coleridge says, willing suspension of disbelief, that you have studied in critical studies, criticism classes, literary classes. The dramatist or the creator of the drama would create certain scenes which our naked eyes cannot easily comprehend. Means what? That is called willing suspension of disbelief. We cannot, but we have to believe. In certain dramas written by Shakespeare, particularly comedies, we get such characters, whether realistic or what we call, whether they are characters like making an atmosphere, what is called Ben Jonson. Ben Jonson, I think he calls comedies, in certain scenes of comedies of Shakespeare would create a phantasmagoria of disbelief. Phantasmagoria. He calls Ben Jonson, I do remember, in one of his critical studies on comedy, he says Ben Jonson is a succeeding dramatist from Shakespeare. He has produced a lot of comedies, but once he compares his comedies to Shakespeare's comedy, he says certain areas of Shakespearean comedy shows a phantasmagoria, beautiful, everlasting scenes, dominated by beautiful scenes of fantasy, he says. Then there will be some another important things. There will be some songs. Once you go to the comedy of Shakespeare, you will get different songs. That is also true to our Malayalam movies. Earlier, some love oriented cinemas, they had 9 to 10 very interesting melodious songs. But nowadays, no songs have chances in modern movies because people have no time to enjoy. Everybody is leading a fast life, as fast as a fast food. All right, they are depending, though they have time to prepare in the kitchen, people will prefer only Swiggy, then lot of marketing people to get their food. That is why they are as fast as a fast food people. All right, it is called fast food for the fast people. So fast life, you prefer fast food. In the way, there will be earlier some literary conventions. We had beautiful songs. You go to Malayalam movies, so many Malayalam movies available before 2090, that you go to internet and you see songs are there. Songs are dominated because songs would make a real feeling of life. So they included as many songs as possible. In the same way, Shakespeare included songs in the comedy, but not that much in tragedy we don't find. We'll get some reference and all that in tragedy. But here we get plenty of songs wherever possible. All right, there will be songs. Even some, it is an area of enjoyment. And another important character, there will be a clown in the drama. Clown means a fool. That just like a clown, that just like a fool that you find in a circus company, there will be some people or one or two important characters. Clown will be there, fool will be there, which would just like a comedian. In Malayalam movies also we have just like a comedian will give different steps to leave you in a world of peace and enjoyment. So clown's position is very important. Clown's position were very important. Then naturally after the show, again I repeat, character of comedies, serious comedies are there, different classification there, women characters are there, love episode will be there, happiness and mirth will be there, characters will be important, realism and fantasy will be intermingled, there will be some songs, and there will be an important character, a fool, in all the comedies. And later, once you go to comedy, you will get the plot construction, plot, all right, slight, plot, almost plot. Plot means what? The main story will be in an easy way. But in certain dramas, there will be some complications, especially in the construction of, it is plot construction really related to three subdivisions. So one is called exposition, then tangle position, then all right, conclusion. All right, conclusion means what? Or resolution. Conclusion or a resolution. So these are the three important areas. Generally, once you examine all Shakespearean dramas, they are written in 5 important acts, 5 important areas. First area, then 2-3 area, then like that. First area, first act will be exposition. Once I tell you about exposition, I understand that you have studied Freytag's definition on drama, how drama is being developed. Earlier in the literary criticism, old teacher might have taught you what is Freytag's definition. Freytag's definition will stand like this. You remember, first position will be exposition, second position will be initial incident. This incident slowly reaches climax. After climax, slowly falling, reach this position. What? Catastrophe. Catastrophe means what? A resolution. What is resolution? Conclusion. What is conclusion? End of the drama. So Freytag's definition, main 3 important areas are defined in plot construction by Shakespeare. You will get a first act, exposition, 2, 3, 4, tangle position. Then you will get a fifth act, you will reach conclusion. That is why certain complications like in 12th night that you haven't studied. One duke is there in 12th night. Duke is there. His name is Orsino. he loves a lady Olivia. So Duke is on the one hand loves Olivia, but this Olivia loves another person, Viola. But this Viola loves Orsino or Duke. Look, this type of confusion, this type of totally all type of doubtfulness created by Shakespeare in all the dramas. So what, my dear students, or what, my dear friends, I would tell you, keep at least these points in your brain, then approach tragedy in detail, then you will understand the real pleasure of Shakespeare. Then you will understand the real gem of Shakespeare in tragedy. In particular, that we go to another class related to tragic characteristics. What all the main characteristics of tragedy related to that, I will talk to you in the next class. Till that moment, goodbye.